Hello everyone, welcome back to the 343 Football Podcast. Today I'm joined with Dowd.
Hello.
And Waz.
Hi.
How you doing anyways?
Not too bad. It's the first time we've got Waz here. He's a little bit about Waz. He's a Man United supporter, and he's from Manchester, which is a change from obviously the other supporters we've got.
Man, we've always got two pissed off Newcastle fans, always raging. So you know it's nice to have a change. Let's get on to the main topic of the weekend. Arsenal, Chelsea, London derby, the two biggest clubs in London.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
Waz, what did you think?
Interesting, very interesting. I didn't expect Arsenal to win 3-0. Actually, I had it going the opposite direction. Brutally honest, Arsenal for me are a shocking team. This season, I mean, they beat us quite convincingly as well. But this season, they've been quite awful. Pretty awful in every department, scoring, defending, and everything. For them to pull out that kind of result against Chelsea, wow! I was astonished.
Do you think that Arteta maintaining his good record against the top six, or did Chelsea just completely get it wrong?
I'm not going to blame Chelsea too much. I actually think the players turned up for Arsenal for once. One of the things Arsenal lack is an element of fluency up front. They're not able to actually. I mean, Aubameyang signed a contract, declared his future to the club, and hasn't scored much since. And one of the reasons behind that is because they're missing somebody in that area, just behind the strikers, ahead of the midfield. Slots into that gap.
Mesut Ozil.
That's the person I'm alluding to. I'm a big Ozil fan. I actually think the guy's a genius. So I think some of the statistics he's pulled out, and I'm not really a stats guy because I always go off the eye test.
Yeah,
but when
I'm the heat maps guy.
Yeah, no, it's true. No, it's true though. But with Ozil, I think the guy's got ability in abundance, and I think with him, he'd be able to feed Aubameyang literally goal after goal after goal, at least chances anyway. And Aubameyang, we know, is a world-class striker. You can finish him.
It's interesting you say by the eye, because by the eye, the other player that I can think of that used to get a bit of shit from the fans or from other people, who, like the commentators, was Yaya Toure, because he always looked like he was a very sloppy, slow type of player, wasn't trying that hard, but yet he used to pull out the statistics saying that he was one of the most tireless runners of the team. He was covering the most distance, and it's the same with Ozil, because sometimes you look at Ozil playing and you're thinking, oh wait, actually, he looks like he's just walking around. He's not even trying that hard. When the team are tracking back, it's like he's not tracking back at all. Yeah, when his statistics come out and you're thinking, oh whoa, it's a completely different story. And another person I would say probably 50-50 in terms of comparison wise is Pogba, because Pogba, you see that a lot as well. Yeah, sometimes a lot of his statistics support, even his some way to his price tag.
Yeah, well, let's get back to the topic of obviously the whole Mesut Ozil situation, and Arsenal obviously giving Chelsea an arse whooping. So the three players which scored, Xhaka, Laka and Saka, man, what happened? Arsenal turned up.
Yeah, they did. I mean, Xhaka turned up.
Man, Xhaka turned up. He turned into Prime General. That's what got me thinking of it.
That was a miracle.
Man,
Xhaka's crazy, isn't he?
He had his Weetabix that day. I don't know what he had. He just played. This is the thing. Xhaka, like I've said obviously in the past, I don't know how he's a Premier League player. I don't know how he plays for Arsenal. Yeah, Kovacic, one of the world-class midfielders of the world. Kante, one of the world-class player of the world in terms of defensive mids. Mason Mount, up and coming. Sometimes he has good games, sometimes bad games. I would say he had a decent game for Chelsea on that day. And yeah, they got bullied a bit from Xhaka.
Yeah,
he did his job, and he actually followed through with what Arteta wants.
For once, he listens to a manager.
Something happened. It sort of sparked him. I don't know if he's going to carry on. I mean, they did win 1-0 today against Brighton.
But do you think that's because of obviously the young players coming in? Just showing a bit of hunger and desire.
But they literally played the same lineup, bar Lacazette. They played Aubameyang.
Yeah, but Lacazette's always going to work hard a lot more than Aubameyang, let's be honest.
Lacazette's
Yeah.
Lacazette's
I mean, he
the
did
kind
come
of player.
on. He did come on later on, and I know Arteta likes to tries to play them either one at a time.
Yeah.
Hardly ever both, which I find. I don't know why not. Why not play both of the most hard-working players in your team and the most creative ones, arguably, who are in your registered squad. the most talented creative player being Ozil, not. But yeah,
Well, let's talk about why Chelsea was so terrible on the day. You know, what happened? Like,
well, this is the thing. Was is they weren't.
really? I
You know,
obviously mentioned that
right.
before, but
I'm gonna
I
say-
need to know this.
Let
like,
me allude to it.
Okay.
I think individually, they're all top class players. Let's be honest. When we walked away from the transfer window, everyone sat there and thought, "Oh, Chelsea have done a good bit of business in the summer."
The most savvy piece of business, in my opinion.
Yeah, unbelievable.
They got the players they wanted.
Hakim Ziyech,
He's a
Kai
quality
Havertz,
Werner.
Werner.
Silva.
You know, Silva. Yeah,
Mendy.
you know all these players. Edouard Mendy, what a brilliant goalkeeper he is. I actually
Amazing.
think they're honestly really, really good players individually. They also had brilliant players prior to that. My problem is, as a team, they're not great.
Yeah, of course, but you need the right coach to get them gel together, don't you think? I just don't think Lampard's that person. I think he's a bit clueless as well, if I'm honest with you.
I don't know. I'm gonna disagree. Right, I think Lampard isn't a bad manager.
He's not a good manager either.
No. Most managers are good man managers. They don't actually coach in the coach on the actual.
Of course,
you know,
yeah.
training ground. They employ coaches. Now it's the coaches that they've employed. They're the ones that I have a problem with because defensively they're all over the place. When it comes to certain passes, certain passing transitions and whatnot, they're all over the place. They don't know how to go from attack to defense to attack. And that's their biggest issue. And that's just a simple training ground routine.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that comes from chemistry between the team players themselves.
Of course, but what I'm concerned about Chelsea is why aren't they giving Hudson-Odoi a fair shot? Obviously, he came on at half-time and he influenced the game, but why is Lampard playing Werner on the left and playing Tammy Abraham through the middle? Why can't he play...
Werner in the middle.
Yeah, and
where he
Pulisic
gets
on the
the
left,
goals.
and yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes more sense.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Werner playing on the left for...
He was utilised more as like a left-sided striker.
Yeah, he was like a false nine though, wasn't he?
No, it was like it was a weird formation.
It was
Nagelsmann played.
Yeah, Nagel's ball, you could say.
Nagel's ball. I like that. Nagel's ball, I see.
But the way that they used to transition play, because he was a left-sided striker, he used to still be more in positions where he would run behind the defence.
Yeah.
Whereas he's running behind the fullbacks, so he's getting into more wider positions instead of getting into positions where he would be more in front of goal, or he'd get positions into having an assist to his striker partner, who at the time was Yusuf Poulsen. I completely forgot his name there. Yusuf Poulsen, which he's an absolute beast. His hold-up play is to amounted to Giroud, in my opinion. Like Giroud has amazing hold-up play. That guy's very talented in terms of his. Well, he's even matured. He knows what to do. And Yusuf Poulsen, I think him is his Giroud in Chelsea, in my personal opinion. But he's not playing like that. He's playing as a winger. He's playing as a winger to make creativity, to put the crosses in.
So I'm going to ask you something. Nagelsmann had Werner playing basically on the wing, but coming infield.
No. So
coming infield from outside to in.
It's basically 4-4-2.
Yeah, playing at an angle though.
On an angle, you could say, yeah.
Not running up and down the channel, literally cutting in.
Both.
And then the ball would be fed through. He'd be running onto it through the defense. Right? Okay, fine. I understand. Why isn't Lampard doing that? And I'll tell you, he's not asked Werner what is your best role in the team. This is where I question Lampard, and I think it's naivety.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say I think it's He done well. He done well with him last season. I'm not going to question him. I'm not going to question anyone that's a young manager like that because I think it's unfair.
But should he have got the job in the first place? That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
He went from this is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, right.
Like, he shouldn't be there.
No,
I think it should be Nagelsmann.
Of course, he shouldn't have been there.
I think it should be Nagelsmann. But I think, like you said, why look at the players that you've got at the moment. Hudson-Odoi is a better winger.
My point exactly.
Yeah. What Werner brings to the team, and I've seen it. I've seen how Werner plays. He's very aggressive. He's very physical in the box. He's got good, quick feet. But he's not. He doesn't do a winger's job as effectively as the other wingers.
Do you not think his confidence though? His
No,
confidence
I don't think he's got it in his bag.
I actually think the confidence in the whole team's knocked.
Look at Kai Havertz, 70 odd to 90 million.
Wow.
He's just not got anything going, is he?
It was between that price tag. But
I'll be honest with you, last season when I watched him and when I found out that Chelsea were interested, I was worried. Because the guy was unbelievable. You look at him, he's not half the player he used to be.
Do you guys think that Arsenal are turning it around with 3-1 win against Chelsea and the 1-0 win against Brighton today? Do you think, obviously, Arteta's retained his lineup, pretty much the same lineup as he did against Chelsea for today's match? Do you think they're on the up? Do you think he's finally found the team that he's going to carry on playing?
A big fat no. Arsenal are the example of gravity. What goes up must come down. It's simple as.
But does it come down harsher?
Yes, it will. Yes,
I think there'll be some
the
inconsistencies, but I think it'll be fine.
So, moving on from that, we wanted to talk about our Premier League team for 2020. Is the 29th of December. We are a bit premature. I mean, we still have the New Year's days.
Are you doing that New Year, New Me stuff or not?
No. Hope Man United can do that with the January transfer season. But we thought we'd do a Premier League team for 2020 for the year.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit of a tumultuous year. And in terms of formation, well, I know, Maz, you've got a different formation, and we'll go through yours as well. We'll quickly go through our 3-4-3 formation.
Okay.
And who would you... well, I'll interject. You've got the list. Go on then. We'll start from the goalkeeper.
Well, for goalkeeper, I'd have Martinez, who's at Aston Villa right now. He's won 2 trophies of Arsenal. The other 2 trophies he couldn't actually win because obviously Man City won the League Cup, Liverpool won the league, and he's doing well at Arsenal right now. The Aston Villa right now.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Arsenal.
I would say that's fair, and I would say the type person to pip it would be Edouard Mendy, because he's had a class second half.
Didn't Mendy nearly have a blunder in the Arsenal game? Am I right or wrong there?
Well, that's just one match.
And
we're looking at overall.
Didn't he give another penalty a couple of games ago? Would you say the whole 2020 Mendy's been the best keeper?
Well, we're looking at all of 2020 now.
Yeah.
Martinez had a lot of shockers.
No, he didn't have that many shockers.
Oh, he had a lot of shockers, man.
I think you'd find nearly every keeper in
Every
the
keeper
whole of
has
the Premier League
shockers.
has had shockers.
From Edison to Alisson, they've had shockers.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is Martinez has been the best, and he's performing at Arsenal. Now he's performing at Aston Villa.
Yeah,
That's why I'm putting him forward.
He's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that away from him. But
I could be boring, put Alisson in here, but
on his day,
to do that.
Pickford's a good goalkeeper on his day.
Pickford, man.
There you go. And this is what I'm trying to say.
Pickford hasn't had a good season this year.
No, he hasn't. He's been awful. I think he's a shocking goalkeeper, but on his day, he's a good goalkeeper. Right?
Man, that guy doesn't have a good day, though. It's always bad days.
That's it. Look, I'm going to be honest with you.
I haven't seen a good day for Jordan Pickford for a very long time.
I disagree with you, Mendy, though, on that.
Yeah, I don't think Mendy...
He's only come in towards the back end of this year.
For the whole 2020, whilst Martinez has played, took Leno's place, then went to Villa, and he's performed at Villa as well. This is why I put Martinez forward.
Yeah.
You want to put someone else forward, or...?
No, I said it was between Emi Martinez and Mendy.
Nah,
so
not Mendy, Martinez.
So, okay, let's start with the back three then. Do you want to go through the back three all together?
Van Dijk has to be in there.
Yeah.
Connor Cody's got to be in there. And if we're going to play wing backs, would I want to put Robertson in there, or do I want to play him as left centre back? I'd probably want to play him as left centre back if I'm honest with you, because he does a lot of tracking back and he can play out from the back as well.
Okay.
What do you think?
Interesting.
Who would you put instead of Robertson?
I'd say Wan-Bissaka had a really good season.
Actually, I'm not that bothered for Wan-Bissaka because he is a quality defender.
I'd say Van Dijk 100%. Wan-Bissaka.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll have to give it to Laporte. Laporte
was injured half of the 2020,
but he had this
and now John Stones has took his place back. You can't put Laporte in there, man.
No, I was going to say Laporte myself, Dowd.
Yeah, because his record for when he plays for Man City is next level. They win nearly every match. I think there's
100%.
bar one match they lost.
After Van Dijk, Laporte's probably the best defender in the Premier League.
In league, I agree with that.
However, this is what stopped me from putting him in my team.
Because of injuries?
It's not that. We're basing the team off their performances. He's not performed much because he's been injured. On ability, he's the best.
But even when he has performed, He's been amazing.
Man, you think that's going to be the case?
I just don't think he's performed enough because he's been injured for a lot of the time, and that's not fortunate for him. It's like you won't give him the Ballon d'Or, would you, if he's been injured the whole season?
That's true.
But
yeah, I mean,
I'd agree with you.
But I agree with you. Your thought process. I think he after Van Dijk, he's probably the best defender in the Premier League.
So he played 15 matches last year, which is not a lot, is it? Especially for a centre back that should be playing regularly. And then he's got 4 appearances this season, which is not a lot again. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But I do agree with the Wan-Bissaka getting him into the team. I totally agree with that because he's an amazing defender. Going forward, obviously he's getting a bit better, but his defensive numbers are amazing.
Absolutely amazing. So midfield.
Midfield, well, I'm going to say is I did not put Kevin De Bruyne in.
Yes,
That's one thing I'm going to say.
no doubt.
No, I didn't.
You weren't going to put.
Nah, he's not
right.
on my team, bro.
Okay, sorry.
Doesn't make it.
Okay.
You know.
Go on then.
The reason why he's not in my team is Bruno Fernandes is a lot better. This 2020 calendar year, he's done so much better than Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne in the 1920 season has broke the assist records, but I think Fernandes has had more of an impact on Manchester United than De Bruyne has on City.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, as a whole midfield, I put Alan, what he did for Napoli, obviously, in 2019-2020, they were going a bit of a crisis, ended up winning the Coppa Italia with Napoli, beating Juventus in the final. And now what he's doing with Everton, he's doing complete bits.
Okay. What about the 2 wide players?
2 wide players on right wing back, Alexander Arnold, and left wing back, I got to think. Obviously, changed my formation up. You want to suggest anyone?
Well, no. I was gonna pick what you were picking.
I don't want to put Roberts in there because I don't want to make a full Liverpool team.
I think
That's the thing.
Chilwell has been really good.
Chilwell at fullback.
Yeah, but then I think about Reece James. Reece James is an absolute class season.
Right
back's
though.
been taken. It's left back.
No, it's the wing. It's the wing back.
Yeah, but
he plays on the right though.
Yeah,
doesn't
but it's gonna be left wing back.
So what have you put on the?
I'll put Alexander Arnold on the right because he will play that position to perfection.
That is his position.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put.
He's not right back. He's
a right winger.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say Fernandes and Bruno.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne. In the
See,
middle.
I think the 2020-21 season, this season right now, I don't
Both
think he's doing as well.
Kevin De Bruyne.
He's absolute class, mate.
He is class. He is class, but I don't think he's doing.
Kevin De Bruyne is world class.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, does he deserve to be in the team this season?
He's playing a deeper role.
Yeah, I would say so.
There's
a few matches Man City have played. Literally, Kevin De Bruyne has been the only outlet for them that has actually made a difference. All the other creative players that you say on paper, that should be enough, haven't been performing to that level that they have been.
Yeah,
previously.
but I don't think De Bruyne has been doing as good as Fernandes as in the 2020 season. This is what I'm trying to say. If I had to pick between him or Bruno, I'd pick Bruno all the way.
Okay.
And this has come from a Liverpool fan. I'm going to be hating Manchester United and give him all this crap.
No, I would say Bruno 100%.
He deserves to be in there.
You know why? Because that guy probably beats every player in the Premier League for the amount of man of matches he gets, man.
Yeah, he does score a lot of penalties, but what I like about him...
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Not this season. He's only scored 4.
No. We're talking about the calendar year. Since he got Manchester...
For the calendar year?
This is what I'm talking about, remember?
No.
He's
not.
No, he's got quite a few penalties, but...
He's got a few, but he's
let me
scored a
finish
lot
my point,
more.
right? Let me finish my point.
No, because the point is invalid.
No, listen to me, right? You filthy animal, right? He scores a lot of penalties, but he always looks for the forward pass, and I really like that about him.
Salah only scores tap-ins.
Man, James Milner's Liverpool's penalty take. I don't know what you're on about.
No, I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is, goal's a goal, isn't it?
Let's not
a
be
goal's
fair.
a goal.
Mane scores more tap-ins than Salah.
No, I agree with that. A goal is a goal.
Goal's a goal, whether it's a tap-in, a deflection, or whatever. It doesn't make no difference.
No, you're right.
It's his influence in the team.
Yeah, for sure. He made Manchester United a top 4 team. That's what he's done.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's why he deserves to be there in front of Kevin De Bruyne. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying Kevin De Bruyne is a crap player. I think on his day, he's the best player in the league. But I don't think he's performing as well as he should.
On anybody's day,
Look,
they're the best.
On my day, I'm the best player in the Premier League.
It's about the consistency, though. And De Bruyne is very consistent.
I don't think he's been that consistent as Fernandes. If I have to pick one or the other,
I think
Fernandes
he's just going through a bit of bad run of form, and I think people are there's a big misconception with Kevin De Bruyne. They expect statistics, assists, goals, and stuff like that. He's playing a deeper role, so he's more the guy who's assisting the guy who's giving the actual assist.
The third assist.
Yeah, you know, the pre-assist.
Okay, I get that.
As such.
Yeah.
That's what I think, anyway.
So, going back to the point, who have we got as left wing back?
I couldn't argue with the Trent, but
No, Trent's right.
sorry, left wing back.
You said Chilwell.
You said Chilwell.
Yeah.
See, I think Robertson's done a lot better than Chilwell, but I don't want to put Robertson
but
there.
Chilwell's had a class season this year.
You think?
Yeah, 100%. He's actually, if
Okay,
anything,
I'll give you that. I'll let you put
playing-
Chilwell in there.
he's been playing class for Chelsea.
I will let you have Chilwell, even though Robertson's been better.
And I'll let you think that De Bruyne is not good enough to be in the team team of 2020.
But
How's
he doesn't need to
How's
be
that?
there. He doesn't need
Just
to
tell me
be
about your
there.
strikers. Tell me about your strikers. Your opinion is
Right.
going down in my
Okay,
eyes.
right. Salah's going to be on the left. Son's going to be on the right, and Vardy down the middle.
Son.
Humans on, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Son and Kane, class seasons.
Interesting.
But Kane's had better seasons, so I would definitely say Vardy. And I even say Adama Traore, because that guy's had a class...
That guy hasn't scored in the whole of 2020 calendar year. What are you on
He's had
about?
a class 2020, in my
Man,
opinion.
Yeah, he gets balls into the box, but does he deserve to be in front of Salah?
It's hard, yeah. I don't know.
Adama Traore
He is a freaking beast, yeah?
He's an old-fashioned winger. Goes in, whips the ball in,
Yeah.
simple. That's it. Beats a man every single
The
time.
way he's playing with Jimenez, you know what? This is the thing. Salah has been a lot more of a one-man band for the 2020. It looks like he's trying a lot more in terms of getting goals for himself, or he's been a bit more selfish this season.
Selfish piece of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Whereas
the language.
Adama Traore, I feel like he's finally fitted into a team with Jimenez where it's actually a lot of it's working. So yeah, okay, I'd say Salah, Son, and Vardy. Now, this guy has been the most underrated player for a very long time, and I'd
Son.
say this year he's been
I don't
class.
think he's overrated. I just think...
I love
think
him.
Underrated.
He's not underrated. I think he is rated.
All right.
Because he is. He's everyone's threat. Unbelievable player.
That's the thing.
Unbelievable player.
I feel like he doesn't get
If
paid
it,
enough.
if it's just...
He needs that 250k a week.
He doesn't
'cause he
need that
play-
250k a week, doesn't he?
He plays that way. He plays better than
That
half
guy
the
goes to the
players.
South Korean military army, comes back and shoots goals into the net.
No man, I'm talking about Vardy, man.
I'm talking about... Well, he's always having a party. What does he know?
Yeah, chat shit, get bang.
Just drink Red Bull.
Waz, is there anyone you'd want to put in for
Well,
any honours?
I've my team's slightly different. I've done a 4-2-3-1 formation.
Joe's in Mourinho FC?
No,
Yeah,
it's not. It's
That's
not.
I'm
very
kidding, I'm
Jose.
kidding.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
Jose.
I've gone with Dean Henderson in net. I thought he had an amazing season with Sheffield United. You can see him leaving. Look at where they are at the bottom of the league.
I agree with that.
So I'm going to give him a really, really big boost on that. I think he's had a great 2020. Robertson at left back, because I don't see a better left back than him. In
I'll
the
tell you
Premier League.
what, I rate that guy so much because he actually worked to be at Liverpool. There's a difference being gifted and there's a difference of being a hard worker, and that's what he is, and I really appreciate that.
I don't think there's a better left back than him in the world apart from Alphonso Davies.
I think give it a couple of years, then I'd say Alphonso Davies is better. He just needs
No,
to
I think
develop a bit
Alphonso
more.
Davies
right
is
now,
better than him. Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah.
I think if you give him more time, then you can be better than Robertson. If you can be like prime Robertson.
I think
I know you're thinking it right now, but
I think
don't
Robertson's
that
number
right
two,
now.
but number two in the world is still.
Yeah.
like, it says a lot.
But
yeah,
no one wants to be the bridesmaid, do they? Let's be honest.
it's all right. Okay, right. Anyway, Virgil van Dijk. I'm hating this, by the way. I'm naming Liverpool players.
That's what I tried not to do.
Virgil van Dijk with Connor Cody, because I think he's also had an excellent.
Also
season.
a Scouser.
I've gone with Reece James at right back. So when you mentioned him, nod of approval. I think he is for me the combination of Trent and Wan-Bissaka together.
Yeah.
He can attack and defend.
Yeah.
And I think
He's got sweet.
he's a brilliant player.
One
Honestly,
thing
really good player.
One
to
thing
watch.
England produce are good right backs. That's nuts. So you've got Reece James, Trippier, you've got Trent, you've got Wan-Bissaka. You've probably
Yeah.
got a few others in
We
there.
also had one of the best left backs in the world in Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
Yeah, England produced some good players who just don't play them right. Gareth Southgate, now there's an awful tactician. Anyway, central defensive midfielder, I'd say Ndidi.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gone on leaps and bounds. Unbelievable player. Then I've played more of the box-to-box role alongside him on a double pivot to give it to the attacking midfielder. I've gone Kevin De Bruyne. You
Okay.
can't leave him out.
I left him out.
I've also put Bruno Fernandes in the team.
Mhm.
He's the central attacking midfielder. On the left, I've gone Rashford, and he's scored goals. He's got assists. Even off the pitch, he's been absolutely
Off the
outstanding.
pitch, he's going to get an ovation at Anfield, that's all I'm going to
No,
say.
Honestly,
Yeah.
he deserves every plaudit he ever
Sir
gets.
Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, no,
That's it.
honestly,
He needs it.
honestly, he
like,
needs it.
Like, I'm being genuinely serious about it. You know, I
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
it so
Yeah.
much.
I can't wait till he scores 20 goals. You know, Jaffa said when he initially came on the scene, he doesn't think he's a 20-goal season in the Prem player.
Jaffa's off his
Wait,
body half the
Wait,
time.
wait. You know, he said he eat his shoe, and I'm still waiting for the time where Rashford scores 20 goals. I'm literally gonna drive up
Didn't
to his house.
He got 20 plus last season.
No,
He means in the Premier League, I think.
Premier
in the
League,
Prem.
right? Okay.
Yeah, but he's like 23 Rashford. He's got so much time to
I
develop.
know,
It's
man.
unbelievable.
I know. I can't wait. I'm just.
What's even scary is
I'm-
Mason Greenwood for Manchester United.
No, I'll tell you what's scary.
I'm thinking about all the spices I'm gonna add to the shoe for when he eats it.
Might
I'm
get
not
some
even
good chilies. You know what?
He's going to get Salt Bay in the
You know what I
team.
watched before this? It was on Arsenal Fan TV. Robbie eating a chili because of a forfeit, and his head was like it was sweating, and he's coughing and all
Nah,
sorts.
it's gonna be worse than
No,
that.
but going back to it, Rashford, he's still young. He's like, 23, 24
Yeah.
years old? He's still young. That's the scary thing. His peak's yet to be hit. And I still see flaws in his game. I still see mistakes that he makes, bad decisions.
Every
but
footballer does that.
he's improving game in, game out all the time. And the one thing I don't like, and this is my critique with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, is he plays players through injuries. And I think that's what hampered him. He had 3
with his
months
back
off.
injury.
Yeah.
He still has it now.
He still has it now, but he had time off.
Mhm.
And he come back and it was a stress fracture, and that's only caused by overexertion. So I look at Rashford and I think, yeah. Anyway, right wing.
quality person. That's all I'm saying.
right wing. I was going to go Son,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going to give him a notable mention. I was going to go Salah, but I also don't think he's had a good season. He's not reached his heights. He had a good season, but not his sort of level.
Not his standard, I get that.
Yeah. I think Mane. I wanted to put Sadio Mane in the team.
Right.
So I've put him in there because I think he's been unbelievable. He's been your catalyst up front this season.
Definitely at the end of the 2019
Yeah, 100%.
and 2020 season.
100%.
Yeah.
And the start of this season as well.
Yeah.
So 2020 I feel for him. And then
It's-
centre forward. I didn't pick Vardy. And that's not because I don't like Vardy. I think Vardy's top.
Yeah.
I've just gone for Harry Kane because I think other than Aguero, there's no other striker as clinical, as
I just think
Kane.
he's the most complete forward
Harry Kane.
in the world at the moment. Obviously, we've always said this.
Yeah.
Lewandowski's better than him, but in the Premier League, he's the most complete forward.
I agree.
But
Most complete forward.
he's had better
I just
seasons.
think-
He's had better seasons.
No, of course he has. Of
That's
course he
why I
has.
didn't put him in.
Of course he has, but I think I just look at him and I mean it was only about 2-3 weeks ago. Him and Son had this crazy telepathic connection between the pair of them.
Dynamic duo, I guess.
Honestly, unbelievable. And Harry Kane, I just think he's an amazing player. Honestly, I genuinely do. I wanted him at Manchester United about 6 years ago. It's too late now. It'll probably cost.
It's too late for a lot of players.
Yeah, it is. No, it is. It'll cost far too much money, and it's just not even worth doing it. But no, that's my team. There are notable mentions. I think we've all had quite a few, random players that we want to put in. I mean, you put Alan in. I really respect Alan. I think he's top player. I think he's brilliant.
He's a machine.
Yeah, he is. Honestly, I think random players that have really done well for their teams. You could put them in because any Sheffield United team, the whole team could have been Sheffield United because they overachieved, well overachieved last season, and that's not me, bigging them up. That's me just being brutally honest. The last, end to the season for Manchester United, this whole 2020 campaign. Did you know we've got more points than Liverpool?
No, I didn't know that.
Since Bruno's come into the team, I think we played one less game. We were 2 points behind, but if we win that game, then we go 1 point ahead. So yeah, technically I'm playing on the technicality there. So it's a big difference to what we were 2 seasons ago.
Oh yeah, the Manchester United are obviously going forward and doing well, but right now it's all about trophies. Liverpool didn't win any Premier League titles in the last 30 years or whatnot, so Liverpool won that. They won the Super Cup. They won the Club World Cup. So I'm happy where we are right now.
Yeah.
Good. I'm happy for you.
So we'll
Thank you.
We'll move on to the next segment, which is the last segment of us catching up with completing which club should sign who in January, and what we think is the best signing for them, and hopefully achieving their goals. And I feel like it's changing all the time. Some clubs you feel like, oh well, actually, their aim is probably now top 10. Their aim is probably now getting into Europe. Their aim now is probably getting into Champions League. So we'll just go with what we've got, starting from the bottom in no particular order, basically. West Ham. So what do you think, Gar?
Right,
Ali?
I better get this right, because
take that one.
last week I made a boo-boo in saying Brooks plays for Brighton when he plays for Bournemouth. I don't know why I did that, but I'm putting Josh King, who doesn't play for Brighton but plays for Bournemouth, for West Ham.
Are you sure? Where's he from originally?
Man, isn't he like Norwegian?
Yes.
Yeah,
Icelandic.
I think he is.
Like
yeah.
that was like a Karius boo-boo by me last
I'm
week.
just checking. Checking.
Karius FC here.
Yeah.
Back at it. Right. I'd put him in. Looks like Haller could play with a pacey second striker. I think they could link up pretty well. It's a smart move. Experienced player in the Premier League. That's why I went for him.
Yeah.
Do you not think Josh King is very similar to Haller?
No, I don't. I think they're two different players.
Definitely, very. I don't know. Haller's like the very tall, strong type of forward. He's pretty good with the ball. He's like what Joe Linton should be playing for Newcastle.
Yeah, basically Newcastle bought the big tech version of Haller. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and then what I think with getting Joshua King, it could be a good sign for them. He just offers something different. He brings a bit more pace as well, doesn't he? What do you think was?
Well, I was actually going to say striker, and I'm happily I'd offload any of the strikers from Manchester United. I'd actually give a striker on loan from Manchester United just to basically balance the books a little bit, because I think Greenwood. I love Greenwood. I think he's probably the most exciting talent for Manchester United.
For sure, yeah.
And for me, I don't want him to have the burden of certain pressures. I think those pressures should be reliant on Martial, Cavani, players of that ilk.
Yeah.
And I don't think we because I think we need wingers. We shoehorn Greenwood onto the right wing when he's not a winger. He should be playing as a striker.
Mm-hmm.
I would happily loan him to West Ham.
It's a good shout. Greenwood at West Ham, it's experience. He'll be in a different position where he is, yeah. Different environment, yeah. I totally
Playing
agree
with
with that.
Haller, he's got the pace, he's got the ability, he can score from any foot. Haller's a good link-up striker.
Yeah, he is. He did well at Frankfurt with Jovic and Rebic, so
that's it.
He just needs a bit of pace with him, and
that's it.
Greenwood's a lot better than Josh King, so I totally agree with that.
That's my shout for West Ham.
Man, it's a good shout. Dowd.
It's a bit of a weird one. I don't know who really to put in for West Ham, because you're saying that Joshua King would be a good one, but they've bought have they bought, or they've loaned Said Benrahma from Brentford.
Yeah, but he's a winger. He's not a forward.
I mean, that is.
He's not your striker. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Unless you want to change Benrahma's position.
But I feel like Lanzini, when he used to play, he used to be a similar, like just slightly a bit off the striker,
Yeah,
a bit
but
on the wing.
Lanzini's not what he used to be.
No, he's not at all.
Lost a bit of pace, hasn't he?
Yeah, since his injuries.
Zip, yeah.
For me, it was actually securing the defensive, the defensive clout with Zinchenko, getting him on loan, because he's not playing that great for Manchester City, and they're a bit overcrowded with how many players they do have around that area, and sometimes Pep doesn't even play a formation that suits him, to be honest with you. So next team is Southampton. Now Southampton are weirdly really strongly linked to Winks, and with Southampton, I think the only place that they need to really strengthen is their midfield, and it's a type of player that I don't know if it's like a pivotal role, or if it's a guy to string the passes, or if it's more physicality in the middle. And Winks is not any of those really. He's a really good holding player that it reminds me of Carrick.
Man, don't compare
No,
Winks to Carrick, man.
but
Come on.
somebody that you don't actually look into that much, that doesn't really appear like he's doing much on the pitch. Yet he's actually he's working really hard to keep, to get the ball back, to get the passes moving, to spread the play around, and that's what Carrick used to do. And for me,
I agree. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's such good observation. Harry Winks is he's one of those. He bridges he starts a lot of moves, doesn't he?
exactly.
You know, he's a
I
hard
haven't
worker.
seen Winks enough, but
He's underrated for that. Well, that's this is what I'm saying.
this is probably why. If
You
that's
have
the case.
seen Tottenham matches, but you don't see Winks doing that much, even though he's playing. He's got the game time, and he's the go-to for Jose Mourinho. Yeah, you don't really. You don't.
Man,
What do
this
you attest
season
to?
I've seen Højbjerg a lot in Sissoko.
Højbjerg, to be honest with
Højbjerg's
you,
a dirty bastard, though. Let's be honest.
that's the thing. And Højbjerg has basically took over. I think Højbjerg is a lot more.
No, it's only because Eric Dyer's slotted into defence.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what Højbjerg does. He actually listens a lot to what
Is
tactics.
he what Herrera was at Manchester United?
No. What Dowd's basically saying is Jose Mourinho wants soldiers on the pitch that
Yeah.
listen to every single
Single
thing
thing.
he says, whether their ability is good or not. He'll
Yeah.
grab a squad, and as soon as they listen, he'll pick that player.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Herrera did that at Manchester United for
He
Jose
did.
Mourinho.
He did. He was
Laro
class.
and Fellaini.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about Fellaini.
Not great player,
Yeah.
But yeah,
but he listened.
Yeah.
He listened to every instruction that Jose Mourinho deliberated. So
Yeah, so Winks for me.
I didn't go for a midfield. I went for a forward to get rid of Shane Long because he's freaking horrendous.
What they've got Che Adams and
Danny Ings.
Danny Ings and Michael Obafemi.
I've brought someone else in.
Who?
Wang Hee-chan from Leipzig.
It's not a bad shout.
You know,
I
playing
don't
in a
know if
pressing
he'll get
system.
any time. I don't know if he'll get any playing time.
I think he's.
Those three are too good.
I think he's better than the other two, except Ings. I think he can get in that team easy.
Really?
I think Hasenhüttl will get him in that team, and he'll be playing the best football he can.
Fair. Did he play with Hasenhüttl?
No, he didn't. He
Oh.
played under Jesse March at Salzburg. Now he's
Ah.
at Leipzig with
Leipzig, yeah.
Nagelsmann.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. What about you?
interesting. I look at their midfield, and I think the midfield's okay. I mean, Ward-Prowse and Oriol Romeu. Romeu, you got to remember, came from the Barcelona academy. Not bad play. He can
He
play
also, I
football.
think he played for Chelsea as well, didn't
Chelsea,
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decent footballer. Ward-Prowse is actually pretty good as well, surprisingly. I personally would buy another central midfielder. Probably wouldn't go for Harry Winks. I'd probably go for more of I'd buy from West Ham. I'd go and get a Declan Rice. Probably give Romeu and Ward-Prowse the actual license to
Go forward.
I always play a slightly different formation. They play more of a 4-4-2. Hasenhüttl's got a different system.
Yeah.
And my system, the way I would play it, I'm not a coach or manager or anything. I would always lean towards a 4-3-3 and try and bring more players in attack. And I'd actually probably push Theo Walcott more as a striker and get rid of the left winger, because that left wing position is a bit of a problem area. So I'd play Ward-Prowse more of an advanced midfielder, Oriol Romeu as a box-to-box, and I'd go and get Declan Rice.
Yeah.
If they want to make
I can
positive
see that.
moves, they need to do something
of course.
solid.
I can see that, yeah. Yeah.
That's my angle. That's the way I'd look at it from
I think you've explained that so well that I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that exactly. Okay. The next team we've got is Man City. I've got. Well, actually, you go first.
Mine's gonna be basic. It's what Man City needs. They need a striker. Bring Haaland in. Break his release clause. Bring him into the team.
Is it because Aguero's getting too injury prone? He hasn't been playing that much, and Gabriel Jesus is not doing that well.
Not just that, Haaland's in form.
Do you think
Hot form right now. That guy's fire.
Do you think Haaland is the type of guy Pep wants?
Man, he
No.
needs a striker. Who
He
else
did-
can he bring in? Who's
need-
at the quality
he-
which Pep Guardiola can get? Nolito or something.
No,
Come on.
He needs a striker that plays Pep ball. Okay, he needs a striker that, let's say, he's
No,
accustomed to. He couldn't get Ibrahimovic to play for him, and that's exactly like what Haaland proposes to bring to.
Yeah, but Guardiola needs, if that's the case, he needs a change. I think he should adapt his tactics instead of playing plan A. And
Are
that's
you
it.
telling me he's going to adapt his tactics after what 10 years of doing it and being
I'd-
successful, being one of the most successful
Successful
managers?
Like if you look what he's doing with certain players when he's brought them in, he hasn't been as great. You know, he doesn't work with certain players. Like Eto'o was one, Yaya Toure was another. He doesn't work well with Toure. Leroy Sané, quality player under him, but for some reason
do you not think that he's afforded that because there's a lot of managers that don't like certain players?
I don't know, man. Pep's a strange guy. I'd take Haaland.
Fair enough.
Man, he's got the ego, like
Erling Haaland
Yeah.
is class, absolute class, generational talent.
yeah.
He's not
Without
a
a doubt.
He's not a City, Barcelona, that kind of player.
Yeah, but you should think of the future. Is Guardiola going to be there for the rest of his life and do Alex Ferguson? I can't see that.
The way Manchester City planned for Pep Guardiola to take over, they set the academy up exactly like La Masia.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah, I get
Then
that.
Pep Guardiola came in, and they'd already made prerequisitional signings before he'd come in, just so that Pep Guardiola.
Yeah,
could fit
Sterling
that
came
mold.
in for that reason.
So leaving, Pep Guardiola's legacy will be the way City will, embody what Pep Guardiola wanted initially.
Yeah.
So Erling Haaland will never fit that mold. That's my honest opinion.
I don't think he'd fit. He'd
So
fit
who
what
you've
Liverpool
got?
went for as well.
Me, I actually have a striker, and I'm going to go Messi.
Oh, that's weird. I was going to go Messi because he's probably
He's the only
one
one
of
the
the
reason
only
why I didn't go
players.
for Messi
Yeah.
is I think he's going to sign regardless. It's just not going to be.
I-
It's not a January
I
signing.
genuinely think if they sign Haaland and Messi would play over him night and day.
all day long.
Even Aguero. It's just a player. It's just a player
No,
that.
but the reason why I didn't put Messi in because Messi's definitely going to come in the summer. Let's be honest. It's,
well, I don't know. He
It's
might come in
not.
the
It's
Jan.
not.
He might
It's
come in
not.
Jan.
It's not definite, is it?
yeah, it's not definite, but it's like 90%. Let's be honest. Like you want to
I
leave
hope not.
Barcelona.
I hope it's
I'm
Man
not
United.
putting any percentage. I'd love it if he came to Manchester United, but
Yeah, everyone would love if he came their own team, but I don't want to go into Man City, do I?
no. But the truth is, I can't see Man City buying anyone that will fit the Pep Guardiola mold. There isn't anyone. Lewandowski is probably the best striker in the world.
Yeah, but
he's not gonna fit that mold.
I agree.
Pep Guardiola
don't
managed Lewandowski and didn't get the best out of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Messi is the only player out there in the world right now who we can sit there and say, yeah, he's managed him. He knows what he's going to get. And you know what? Let's be honest. Pep Guardiola's not going to be there for too long anyway.
this is what I'm trying to say.
He's trying to get a little
For
bit
the
of
future,
success.
I wanted to go for Haaland for that reason. I don't want to be.
It's just
I don't
more
want
of a
to say-
board signing.
Yeah, it's more of a board signing.
Well, I can't see that happening.
Okay, we'll move on. Run a bit over time. We've got.
Chelsea.
Is it Chelsea?
Chelsea, one more, yeah.
Yeah. No, we've got Chelsea and Tottenham. Tottenham, then Chelsea, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tottenham does.
So, Tottenham. I think Sergio Ramos. And I think Jose Mourinho actually has a really good chance of signing him for some reason. Obviously, he's the absolute born leader of Real Madrid. He's amazing for them. But there is strong links, and I don't know if these are strong links like what a lot of these European players with their clubs are doing with a big money move to Premier League and to try and open the contract negotiations with their current clubs or get another contract negotiation with another bigger club. I think with Sergio Ramos, he's probably come to a time under Zidane, and Zidane's probably going to try and phase him out. He's probably coming out thinking, okay, this is my one last chance to have a big money move, make a bit of a name myself. Thiago Silva's done all right there. Let's see what I can do. And it's a strong league. It's a ferocious league. It suits me to the T. He's probably going to get a mullet. Yeah, let's be fair.
Who Ramos is?
Yeah, Ramos. And he's probably going to be, a very regular player and probably get a contract of 5 years. Let's be honest.
Right. You just talked a lot of shit. I don't think that's happening.
I think he's playing Football Manager there.
Yeah, you're definitely playing football, man.
No, but
he likes
ideal signing. He'll work. Yeah, he'll work.
Yeah, he likes
Pep wonders.
Mourinho though.
Let
He
me
works
tell
well
you.
with
Let
him.
me tell you what will happen. This is the real life scenario. Ramos will flirt with Tottenham and Jose Mourinho. Then Real Madrid will offer him a bigger contract and then he'll sign it.
Man, he's not leaving Madrid.
That's it.
He's not leaving Real
Well,
Madrid.
another guy I was thinking was Isco, and he's more of a believable signing
That's
because
what I went for.
he's not playing that well.
What a class player! he
Yeah,
is.
he's a class player, but he hasn't been playing class recently for the last season or two. in my opinion.
Yeah, but neither was James Rodriguez. He wasn't playing as well as he should, but he needed game time. That's all it was.
Yeah.
I went for Isco. Was on my list. And Sabitzer was another one. But that was another one. But
he's a player that I can see Jose really liking.
You know, you just need a bit of shithousery, and that's what Mourinho needs in his team.
Yeah.
I think he's got enough of that. I think all of them, if you think about it, we were talking about Højbjerg and Sissoko and Eric Dyer, Harry Winks. We've got quite a few enforcers in the team. I've gone for Camavinga.
Totally forgot about him.
Yeah, I've gone for Camavinga. And I think Camavinga will give that progressive, thing forward.
I don't think Tottenham are a big enough club.
No. I'm just saying. I've just gone for the play. Bit of youth, somebody for the future,
some energy in there.
Yeah, and I won't mind. He's a good box to box, and he can bridge the gap between. You can do what Tanguy and Dembele is meant to be doing.
Man, I can see. You know what? I'd like Liverpool to sign him though. When Wijnaldum goes, bring Camavinga in. I'm happy with that.
The thing is, though, I couldn't
see Liverpool sign him either.
I could see Sergio Ramos signing for Tottenham over Camavinga. I'm not gonna lie.
I actually agree with you. I agree with that.
All right. So the last one we've got Chelsea. Waz, do you want to start with that?
Chelsea. I'm gonna go with a striker again.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why I say striker, because I think one of the things, let's be honest, their midfield is they've got every angle of midfielder covered. We've forgotten about players like Pulisic, and these are good players. That
Pulisic turned Liverpool inside out, man. When I saw it, I was like, oh, what the heck?
I'm telling you, their lineup, their team is unbelievable. I was going to say defender, centre-back, but I think they've also got, I think Rudiger's really good. I think Christensen's really good. I think Thiago Silva's really good. Centre-backs.
I think they've got someone else who's on loan right now who just signed.
They've got players in abundance.
Yeah.
Kurt Zuma as well. Another, class defender. Really good defenders. They just need to be well drilled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go striker, and I'll tell you why. Olivier Giroud, as good as he's been playing, as efficient as he's been, and as good as he holds up the ball, he's not somebody that you're going to rest your future on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too sure about which striker, because there's not many of them out there in the world. I'm just going to say, go get Vardy.
Wow. I was not expecting
and
that.
I could see him. I could see Chelsea buying him. Yeah. But if they sell Giroud, which they look like they might do, get rid of Tammy Abraham. I don't see why Vardy couldn't fit in, and he would definitely bring on something different. It might actually even help the creativity of the players.
Goals.
Yeah. Actually, someone running as hard as the wingers are at the moment, currently, and trying to make something. Also the Chilwell connection as well. Yeah, I could see it. And if Danny Drinkwater actually is drinking water instead of alcohol, and starts
they'll be having a party at Chelsea, won't they?
Yeah. So from the forward to the midfield to the defence, a bit of Leicester connection. You could see it. I've got. I was a bit confused. I was thinking about forward. I was thinking about winger. I was thinking about midfield. But I think defensively, I think we've always said the matches that they do lose, a lot of it's to do with defence, and they just need another ball-playing defender to go alongside Thiago Silva and Kurt Zuma, who have been reasonably very, very consistent. And I was thinking about between Akanji, Upamecano, or Hummels, because Hummels...
I can see Hummels at Chelsea, actually.
Yeah, because he looks like he's coming to a time where he's in his twilight years, a bit like Silva, where he's actually probably realistically could be coming to Chelsea. So for me, I'm going to say Upamecano, 100%. If they could sign him, amazing. But they've got two other players that they could easily try and facilitate in terms of getting a ball-playing defender. Mm-hmm. How about yourself?
Right, Lampard out, bring Nagelsmann in. That's my signing. That's it. That's it. No. Obviously, that's
very,
it.
Very frank.
Yeah, I'm very frank about it.
You really don't like Lampard, do you?
Man, I don't like. As a player, I respected him so much. He was a quality player, and my respect went out when.
You have to tell us why you think that, though.
He's just not good enough. For Chelsea, what do Chelsea want? They want to win titles, they want to win trophies, they want to try and get another Champions League. Will Lampard do that? Fuck no.
Chelsea's way of doing things is they have a revolving door anyway with the managers. So his time will come.
Yeah.
So why not just let him have his time? And then once he gets sacked,
No.
another good manager
As a
will come
Liverpool
in.
fan, he could stay. But if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd want him out and bring someone else in. But if we're talking about play transfer signings, Kante will eventually leave because he's getting older and bring Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio.
He's not going to leave this season, though.
No, he's not going to leave. I don't know. You never know what's going to happen.
Already.
You never know.
I mean, literally, I want to say that for everything.
You never know.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, you never know what could happen.
I could be on the toilet, I could be dead.
Wow, that escalated.
All right.
Escalated 0 to 100 real quick.
And on that point, thanks, Ali. Very
welcome.
frank.
I am very frank about this.
Yeah, which is a bit ironic, isn't it? I think we'll call it, and we'll see everybody next week, and obviously with the socials again. So we've got the Dressing Room YouTube channel. We're available on all major podcast hosting channels, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Follow us on Instagram, the Dressing Room 9, and TD Room 9 for Twitter. So yeah, thank you everybody. Thanks for Waz coming on today.
No problem.
Thank you
Hope
very
to
much.
see you more.
Really enjoyed you being
Thank
here.
you. It's been
Yeah.
a pleasure.
Yeah,
Like a doner kebab, that's a wrap.
thank you.